She never came back. Her phone lay on the kitchen counter, buzzing against the glass like it wanted out. The light blinked. Again. Again. Nobody reached for it. The room smelled wrong, like bleach layered over something heavier, coppery. A mug still steamed on the table, lips of coffee untouched. I shouldn't have been there, not then. But the silence pinned me. The chair was tipped over, one leg splintered. A shoe, just one, abandoned near the door. She'd left home that morning. Everyone swore it. But what I was staring at said otherwise. I started where no one else bothered, the ordinary things. The shoe didn't match her work uniform. The mug wasn't hers. She hated coffee. And the phone? Its last outgoing call wasn't to her boss, but to a number saved with no name. Just 3 digits. 777. People talk too much when they're scared. Her sister repeated the story twice, but the second time she changed the hour she last saw her. Small, easy to miss. It was never the shouting that gave them away. It was the hesitation, the way their eyes flicked sideways when silence stretched. I didn't tell them I noticed. Not yet. By the 3rd day, the search turned into whispers. Posters went up, but neighbors avoided eye contact when they passed me. They knew something, or feared I did. I replayed the phone's call log in my head like a mantra. 777, 777, 777, a number that didn't want to be remembered, but refused to be forgotten. Her boss stammered when I asked if she'd shown up that morning. Of course, he said. Too fast, too eager. His secretary's eyes darted away. This wasn't random. It wasn't a stranger on the street. It was someone who knew her routine, her habits, her trust. And in that realization, the air around me shifted. Every sound felt sharper, every face a mask. The crime wasn't about her disappearance anymore. It was about control. Someone close had pulled her out of her own life, deliberately. The truth came on a flash drive slipped under my door. No note, no warning, just a sliver of plastic heavy with silence. I plugged it in with hands that didn't shake. The video was grainy, the sound muffled, but it was enough. She hadn't left home that morning. She'd been stopped, right at her own front door. A figure she trusted stepped inside with her. His voice familiar, steady. Her boss. Not rage, not fear. Just calm orders, the kind you give when you know you're already in control. She didn't fight. She didn't even raise her voice. She just looked at him like she'd seen this side of him before, and finally recognized it for what it was. This wasn't about money. It wasn't jealousy. It was power. The kind that hides behind polished shoes and rehearsed smiles. I closed the laptop. My reflection in the black screen looked back at me. I already knew what had to be done. I didn't storm his office. I didn't shout accusations. I waited, sat quietly in the back of the quarterly meeting, surrounded by shareholders and staff, the walls humming with self-congratulation. When the lights dimmed for his presentation, I slid the flash drive into the projector system. His slides dissolved, replaced at the shaky footage of her front door. Gasps, silence. His voice, casual, undeniable, filled the room. He froze at the podium, eyes darting, lips parting with no words. Every person in that room watched him, watched it, the moment his mask cracked. He tried to speak, to frame it, to bend it into something less damning. But the evidence spoke louder than any denial. I didn't move. I didn't smile. I just let the silence tighten around him until security stepped forward, until his empire crumbled beneath the weight of his own voice. Justice didn't need noise. It needed precision. Afterward, reporters swarmed. Questions fired. Faces leaned in, hungry for reaction. I gave them nothing. The truth had already spoken. My role was finished. I walked home through streets littered with her posters, their corners curling in the wind. She was gone, but not erased. The city finally understood that. No satisfaction, no peace, just clarity. I didn't deliver justice for her. I delivered it because of her. And as I turned the corner, leaving the noise behind, one thought stayed with me. Justice was never about mercy.